for Nuno, I was happy as well because what he did for Nottingham Forest, by now Nottingham Forest should become even a little bit better than Brentford as being solid, a team that you don't go into the season you expect them to relegate because of what the work he did there, and that the owner of that club just messed everything up. So I'm happy for him to begin to show again what he's known for, what qualities he has as a coach, like you rightly mentioned, and that is how the
Watch Stretch TV right now.
To round it up, another game this morning. In fact, the result kind of surprised me, or the performance even. West Ham, Nuno Espirito Santo having his signature win today, and against who? Against Newcastle, a team that in the last 2 seasons now won. In fact, 2 seasons ago, people were even saying, or 2 seasons ago, they're going to take up the top four position, the big six position from us in terms of finishing in Champions League positions. But in the last 2 seasons, they've not really got themselves to where people expect them to be. And West Ham, brought in signs of Nuno and somehow got their goals and beat Newcastle 3-1. I don't know how you saw that. It was a very interesting game. This I almost did not want to watch the game, but I said no. I mean, let me watch it, and I didn't regret watching that game.
I'm delighted. I'm delighted for Nuno and Fulham. Newcastle aren't exactly my cup of tea. I think that many times they punch above their weight with unnecessary physicality. But anyways, they came to play, and West Ham matched them play for play. I think, you see, maybe a new coach will bring a new lease of life, but when players play, when a coach can get a team to be determined, get them to really commit to playing to the best of their abilities, most times it works. I mean, I think that's one of Nuno Santos' secrets. I think he's a really good manager. He will get players and say, "Hey, listen, you can do this. I believe in you. Go ahead," and you give them the confidence to show their talent. Lucas Paqueta has suddenly gone back to the Lucas Paqueta that was playing for Lyon.
Was looking for.
That was playing for Lyon that everybody wanted to buy because he's a naturally gifted player. And so, combine that with Bowen, I mean, he is going to get the playmakers in that team really playing, and we can see it.
Yeah, West Ham were solid for the most part of the game, played on a counter, which is what we know for. And obviously, that's what they're supposed to be doing, but they don't have the kind of defender that would defend Newcastle one-on-one. And they played on a counter. And one of the surprising things was that Wan-Bissaka was given the license to be one of the channels for their counter. And one of it produced the own goal, so which was one surprising thing that Nuno did. Wan-Bissaka, though, since he had moved to West Ham, has shown the attacking side of his game. And he did that today as well. On one of the counters, produced the goal. I think it was the second goal of the match that they scored. And they limited Newcastle seriously. Newcastle really could not create anything against them. Newcastle tried to push and press. How did they sound that guy's name?
Watamade,
the Newcastle striker. I love him, man. That guy I just like the way he plays football. Yeah, he was very limited today because of the way West Ham approached the game. It was an interesting game. It was very interesting game to watch. I enjoyed watching it today. Yeah, one of the reasons why I enjoyed it was because Newcastle lost, obviously, because it's a team that I don't like. But again, for Nuno, I was happy as well because what he did for Nottingham Forest, by now Nottingham Forest should become even a little bit better than Brentford as being solid. A team that you don't go into the season you expect them to relegate because of what the work he did there, and that the owner of that club just messed everything up. So I'm happy for him to begin to show again what he's known for, what qualities he has as a coach, like you rightly mentioned, and that is how the weekend. So we'll just give you top four. Arsenal leading the table 25 points. with 15 goals different. They scored 18 goals, while City has scored 20. City has scored 2 goals more than Arsenal, but they go different. Arsenal has just 3 goals conceded. They have 7 clean sheets out of 10. And City are second, 19 points. That's 6 points behind Arsenal, followed by Liverpool. Liverpool have moved to third position, 18 points, which is 7 points behind Arsenal. Bournemouth is in the top four, fourth position, 18 points. And of course, Tottenham and Chelsea follow suit. At the bottom of the table, last is Wolves. They have just 2 points, 2 draws this season so far in 10 games. Nottingham Forest have 6 points, and West Ham have climbed to 18th position, 7 points. And that is how what the table looks like after week 10. We have one more game before the next international break, and the season will finally kick on non-stop till next year. Ugum, I don't know which of these results was your most, apart from Arsenal, that you really enjoyed the result. And before we go,
I thoroughly enjoyed West Ham beating Newcastle 3-1. Yeah, I thought that was brilliant.
and which team disappointed you most this weekend?
Um, hmm, Perhaps I would say, I don't like them, but Tottenham disappointed me with what they displayed against Chelsea.
Yeah, for me, not too much, but I expected Bournemouth to do better. I was thinking that they would probably get a draw out of City because City are not in a good place right now. And on the balance of play, they should have been able to do that, if not for the carelessness at the back. The way they play City to destroy in the first half, I expected them to at least get a draw from that game. Yeah, I'm surprised. I know people are going to say beef. No, because of what they have done so far this season, what their coach is doing, and what they did in the game as well. So I was a little bit disappointed. Again, the result that I really enjoyed or I'm happy for, I'm looking at Fulham because this is another team that their coach has really put in a body of work and built the team for. But they've been struggling kind of this season. So I'm happy to see Fulham back into winning ways. Obviously, you have about three Nigerians in that team as well. So my heart goes out to them. I'm happy for them. And guys, so let us know which result you know impressed you most apart from the club that you support, and which team were you disappointed most with this weekend. And we will see you guys again after the Champions League games this week. Ugum, it's always nice to have you on the show, and we'll see you again next time.
Thanks, bro.